Find out about Fergie, the Duchess of York, Kathleen Turner, and Ted Danson.
I'm sweating profusely, so I guess the answer is yes.
The all-new Barbara Walters special, Wednesday night.
The story really begins in 1947 with the birth of Edward Bridge Danson III. He grew up near Flagstaff, Arizona, the son of an archaeologist who didn't allow a television in the home. At age 13, he headed east for a strict boarding school education. He was 6 feet tall and weighed 120 pounds at that young age, so basketball was his sport. Drama, however, was his passion. After graduating from Carnegie Tech in Pittsburgh, he headed for New York and landed roles off Broadway as well as on the tube.
You see, an important part of my job is making sure, which is helping Greta, is making sure that anything that you or Matt surmised is kept very separate from anything.
Like Kathleen Turner, he got national exposure on The Doctors and in Body Heat, where Ted got rave reviews as the dancing DA.
Henry Walker smokes that same brand. I noticed that.
This is going to be one of those conversations, because if it is, maybe I should have my lawyer present.
Buddy, your lawyer is present.
Body Heat led directly to a contract as the Aramis Man.
And you're still wearing Aramis.
One of the nice things you did for me.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow. What are you doing here?
I think I'm missing a plane.
And the Aramis Man led to Cheers. With all the success has come a great deal of money and influence, some of which he channels into an environmental organization he and his wife founded called the American Oceans Campaign.
I mean, the ocean is like a mirror to the state and the health of the planet. Everything that we do ends up in the ocean.
It may disappoint Sam Malone fans that Ted is a family man. He has 2 daughters, Kate and Alexis, and has been married to his wife, Casey, for 12 years now.
He's the exact opposite of Sam Malone. He loves to come home and just be with all of us and do family things.
What's important to you both?
Our family, his career, the planet, the environment, all of that.
The Dansons live in a home that Casey herself designed. The indoor pool is one of the more striking features. The home itself is intimate and informal.
Welcome.
Do I have to interview him too?
Yes. That's my father.
No kidding.
That's our old age. There I am.
This is you?
Yes.
Well, you got a good-looking outfit on there.
I fought hard against these and lost.
This was to keep our sense of humor.
Let me toot her horn. This is all her doing. We totally redesigned the house. She did.
You're the architect
yes,
and the designer.
It was a series of little piggyback rooms, very dark, and the kitchen was tucked away, and I was going to be darned if I was going to be left in the kitchen alone.
So you gutted everything
yes.
and opened it all up?
Yes. Opened it up in about 5 different places and changed the whole character of the inside of the house, basically.
It's wonderful. It's very much like, what, Santa Fe?
Santa Fe / New York loft.
Most people, even his fans, know very little about Ted. He rarely grants long interviews. So I wasn't surprised that when we first sat down, he was nervous, but things eventually loosened up. If you're supposed to learn from roles that you do, what did you learn about yourself from playing Sam? That male chauvinist, womanizer.
That it's not a bad way to go in life. I was raised to be very sensitive and caring and all of those good things, which I'm really glad I was. But I would have been terrified to adventure into being whatever. What is the right word?
Chauvinist, womanizer.
Chauvinist, yes, womanizer. Now that I've dabbled in experiencing what it's like to be a chauvinist pig,
yes,
I can be nice at choice because I now have I can choose. I know that sounds silly, but I'm really grateful for having lived that out, that part of my life.
That you can have that fantasy part of it, you mean?
Yeah.
You think it's what men might really prefer?
I guess I'm sweating profusely, so I guess the answer is yes. Yes, I want to.
When Shelley Long left the cast of Cheers, there were those who said, it isn't going to make it. Right. Were you worried?
Yes. I was really scared that the show was her and not us. And when she left, I would be, or if the ratings went, what would that say? So there was a lot of...
Do you feel vindicated that the ratings have stayed as good and even climbed? And, you know, that you're doing so well now.
Yeah, I do. No, yeah, absolutely I do.
I'm trying to think of how to put this. We read all the stuff about Shelley Long, that she was, articles that said she was very difficult, a quote in TV Guide when you said, I can't think of anything to say about her that isn't negative, that came back to haunt you.
Why,
so,
Barbara?
Yes, well, you know.
Yes, all right.
You can't not talk about
No,
it.
this is good.
Okay, okay. What was it like?
Now, wait, can we clean up the quotes first?
Let's clean up the quotes.
Let's clean up the quotes. This was right after she left, and in came Miss TV Guide. And they asked me, we sat down and she said, so what's it like to work with Shelley Long? And I went, I can't think of one nice thing to say about Shelley Long. Ha ha ha. And then, aren't I clever? And then I started to talk about Shelley Long and about the nice things I can say about Shelley Long and da-da-da-da-da-da. So...
They cut out the good
sure.
and left in the bad.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a chance to clean it up. Was it a good relationship? Was
Yes.
it an easy relationship with Shelley Long?
Easy? No. But there are times when it's not easy with my wife. So I don't hold that or point fingers about that. I think the one huge fight Shelley and I had was over how long it was taking her to do her hair, which is a fairly man-woman, silly, married kind of, you know, fight to have.
Do you ever see Shelley now or talk with her? Do you have paths
not.
crossed?
Bitch, I wouldn't go. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm leaving that in.
Right. No, see, there we go. That'll be the...
I'll leave in the smile.
No, but I don't see any... we don't see much of anybody because you rehearse 8 hours a day. You're playing 8 hours a day. So when you're through, you run home to families.
Yeah.
No, I've spoken to her 2 or 3 times, but no.
Tell me about your wife. How did you and Casey meet?
We met in New York City at a seminar. I can't tell that one, can I?
Try us.
No, I can't, Barbara. You gotta trust me.
I mean, there are some words we can't use.
Yeah, there's some words you can't use. But
can you clean it up and tell us?
I guess so. Fill in the blanks will be worse. We came out of the seminar. We lived in the same neighborhood, and she'd see me going, obviously, to the seminar because I had my little booklet, and we were talking to this group and she and her girlfriend came up and started talking to me, and I started talking to them. Then I went back talking to this other lady who I had no relationship with, whatever. And she turned to her girlfriend and said, you know, it's hopeless, whatever. And her girlfriend said, yeah, he's a...
He's a 4-letter word.
4-letter word.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, a 4-letter word. And she, without thinking, said, see you later, 4-letter word. And it was like, who is that perceptive woman who just...
who knows
who knows
who knows
who I am?
word?
Who knows I'm a 4-letter word?
So the way to get you is to really put you down, huh?
Yeah, be perceptive about me.
No, you're really...
Know who I really
terrible.
am.
Ted, almost 10 years ago, you and your wife went through an experience that would have been sheer soap opera, except that it was terribly true. Tell us about it.
Well, all right. Yeah, it is not as romantic and noble as it sounds. My wife, what we're talking about is my wife, Casey, had a stroke while delivering Kate, our oldest child. Massive stroke right during the delivery, right during transition, and was paralyzed for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, didn't move anything on the left side. And the doctors said, well, you know, she will probably walk. This is when it happened. She won't use her arm and everything. Which, it was like...
Think the worst.
Well, yeah, you know, how dare you? Don't do that. You know, obviously life will turn out the way life turns out. That's an obvious statement. But shoot for 100%, you know. To shoot for less is like really undercutting yourself. And she made a miraculous recovery. A lot because of her courage and a lot because of having a newborn baby that she couldn't hold and wanted to. But as far as, you know, it's a tube. When something like that happens in your life, it's an emergency and you go in one end and you either come out the other end or you don't. So it's not like I don't consider this too noble a time in my life. It's not about coming out smelling like a rose. It's about coming out, I think.
Did you think about leaving?
No, I did think, boy, is she going to owe me? Boy, you know, boy, when this is over, boy, she's going to owe me.
How do you get through it?
We're not always clean and wonderful, you know, but we are hugely committed. And I think when you have commitment, no matter what it looks like, you know, you will get through it.
How long have you been married now?
12 years.
And you're still
Yeah,
in love?
please. We bash our brains out periodically, but yes, it is still the most fascinating ride of my life. Truthfully.
How old are you now?
41, 42 in December.
Look at 50.
50.
What's 50 going to be for you?
I feel kind of like 45 will be... 45 for me is kind of right. I think I'm just beginning to get weight. As an actor, as a man, as a husband, I'm just beginning to, you know, get some weight to me. So 50 is great. 50 will be fine for me.
At 45.
45. Bing.